Hi, welcome to Street Science, the podcast. My name is Alpha, and as always, we talk about issues relating to sickle cell from the perspective of people on the street. Word on the street has it that love conquers all, but how true is it? Because in the first place, how do you fall in love? What are the attractions? What are the ingredients that makes you fall in love? Love, they say, care is caring. Love is sacrificial. But today we come across a lot of people that find it difficult to love the way love is supposed to be loved, if there's something like that, because love is not conditional. There are no outlines that would say love must go this way. And with relation to sickle cell, mostly love is a choice. It's a decision. It's a decision of two people that are saying we care about our family, we care about our relatives, and we care about the children that we would want to bring to this world. So if there are discordant couples that are both AS, we discourage them from going ahead with that relationship. There are people that would say there are options out there. I know of a person that was just within my neighborhood that went ahead with the marriage preparations because there are options. There are options, and unfortunately these options are not things that people are aware of. You have to spend a lot of money to be able to have a child that is sickle cell free. We're talking if you have 7 million that you're not using, if you have 5 million that you're not using for one procedure, whether it is pre-implantation testing, whether it is prenatal testing, these are things that are they carry their own emotional toll on people. And most of the time when we talk about these issues, people don't understand the perspective, because we are dealing with a lot of people that are experiencing this thing directly, whether they are caregivers, whether they are warriors, whether they are even advocates, and we know that this is not something that anybody can wake up to say you don't understand. So with sickle cell, there are a lot of things that are different, and one of those things is the fact that sickle cell has certain things that should be considered. People are always thinking sickle cell is about the crisis. Sickle cell is about, they are just looking like sickler. They are basically children that are looking like evil spirits or outcasts. Sickle cell is beyond that too. There are people that you will come across that they would say his own sickle cell is not much. His own sickle cell is not like that of the others. Yeah, of course, that line could be, something that could resonate. But sickle cell is basically sickle cell. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, it will bite. It will affect a person. And unlike cases that we've seen with cancers and other ailments, even with hepatitis, some of these viral diseases or viral conditions that people have, there is no beating sickle cell. You can beat cancer, you can survive cancer. We've seen it happen, chemotherapies and all that. But sickle cell is not like that. You don't beat sickle cell. It's not something that you wake up today and you say my sickle cell has disappeared, my genotype has flipped. All those people that are saying those things, they don't even know what exactly they are saying. And I'm telling you this from experience. So it's not there's no beating sickle cell, except you go for bone marrow transplant or you go for gene editing therapy, and we know that these things are expensive. Just recently there was this drug Voleto oxybate that the Pfizer came up with, the drug that is supposed to help sickle cell community, sickle cell people. That drug was 20 million for a month. So you are spending about 20 million naira to get medication that suppresses sickle cell for you in 1 month. Unfortunately, they had to withdraw the drug because the drug is even making people go through pain crisis more. they recorded some deaths with it and all that. So you can imagine the things that are going through within the sickle cell community. Most especially people have to, sickle cell patients have to borrow medication from other ailments. We've said this before, they take folic acid. Mostly it's pregnant women we know that take folic acid. They take pain meds from other conditions. So basically sickle cell is borrow make me rich, and with that borrow is how they get to treat a lot of the things that sickle cell patients are going through. But I would like us to listen to the experience of what warriors are going through, what some of their documentations, and that is one of the things that it made us to come up with word on this with social status. And based on the social status, we get to hear things from Instagram, from Twitter, from YouTube, from other warriors that or advocates or NGOs within the sickle cell community, and this is coming from TikTok. Let's take a listen.
A lot of people think that sickle cell is just having crisis, going to the hospital, taking pain medication, you feel better, and then you repeat the cycle all over again. I wish that was the case, honestly. I wish it stopped there, because people don't know how much complications and aftermath of those complications come with sickle cell. And this is all because two people decided that genotype was not important to them. Or they checked and they said, well, love conquers all, or miracle no dey tire Jesus, or we have the money, we can handle it. The truth is, yes, the parents may go through some kind of like stress, but it's the children that face all of the insanity that comes with being a sickle cell warrior, with all the complications, with all the everything. I wrote a list of some of the complications and aftermaths that I have faced since I had my first major crisis, which is leg ulcer, and I'm going to read the list to you guys. This is going to be long, but bear with me. The first thing is how it alters your body. I had leg ulcers 10, 11, 12 years ago, and when it started, the pain was so much that because of how painful it was to like put my feet straight on the ground to walk, I started to limp a bit, like little by little. And from limping to avoid pain, 11, 12 years down the line now, I have a permanent limp that I've been praying to God to heal, to straighten out, because I tried one time to find out the cost to do a correctional surgery on the limp. This was as far back as 2016. It was going to cost about $15,000 to correct that limp, and the surgery was going to be about 12 hours. It was going to be a whole lot. So I said, no, I cannot go carry the one way past my power. Shebi is limp, we'll manage it. But in managing it now, I can't put my legs flat on the ground, which means I cannot wear flat slippers, which means I can't stand for long, which means when I have my bath, I have to sit because standing is stressful. It has altered so many things in my life that I can't even go into right now. Second one is pain medication. One of the complications of pain medication is addiction. So because of leg ulcers, the pain and everything, you have to be on pain medication. Now you're saying, how do you get addicted to pain medication? Maybe just for a period of time. After a while, you stop. Well, I had my leg ulcers for about 10 to 12 years. If you calculate taking pain medication for that long, especially when there are some kind of pain medications that are so strong, they become addictive. How will you not get addicted? It takes the grace of God and like mad as self-control. Apart from painkiller addiction, there's also kidney failure. Yes, painkillers cause kidney failure down the line. That is why they usually advise people not to take so much in excess. I know people that have had kidney failure as a result. That is another complication, another aftermath. Then surgeries. To me, I believe that when you have surgery, you lose a lifespan. That's my own belief, because it's such a critical state to be in. If you've ever had surgery, you know what I'm talking about. And I've had 3. And 2 of those surgeries, I had to use epidural. You can Google what epidural is, but it's like the pain meds that the anesthesiologist administers. So it numbs you from like your waist down to your feet, so they can do the surgery without you feeling pain. The third one I had spinal and epidural are similar. Every time you do an epidural, the doctors tell you that one of the side effects is back pain. From my first epidural, I started to feel it. Now I've had 3. When I was a kid, when like we used to talk about childbirth and everything, I always used to say, me, I'll have epidural, but please, I can't be stressed. Like when I was secondary school, I'll be like, I can't be stressed. We're going to have epidural. We're going to have epidural. Thinking that the first time I would have an epidural would be at childbirth. If I have a child now, that will be 4 epidurals. I beg, what will become of my back? There's also the emotional and mental side effects of sickle cell complications, because I know how many times I lost my shit while I was dealing with leg ulcers. Like, you are depressed, you are suicidal. And the society does not make it easy on you either, because you cannot go outside without somebody pointing something wrong with you in your body. When I was in school, when I still had my leg ulcers, they used to refer to me as that girl that wears bandage. I have a name. People will see you on the road, they'll be asking you jam question. Why is your eyes yellow? What thing they do your leg? Why you they walk like this? Why did this? So many things, because people cannot mind their business.
I bet some of us are wondering if really these things she has outlined is true or is for real. Yeah, it is. And even more, leg ulcers are not things that you just wake up and treat them like take Gestid or take antibiotic and then it's gone. There is a whole lot of layers to leg ulcers. You have to find honey, you have to cover the wound, you have to dress the wound every time and all that. So yeah, it's for real, but I would always say, the warriors, my warriors, your lifestyle is the first advocacy to sickle cell enlightenment, and our caregivers, your love makes all the difference. And to the society, keep supporting, because yes, we have a responsibility, but we cannot really do anything different to those that are already living with the condition other than support them and be there for them. But we can make a difference with our choices. We can change the choice of not procreating more children with sickle cell, and it will make all the difference. My name is Alpha, and this has been Street Science, the podcast. See you on the next one.